Hi all, and welcome to our TCM's closing bell roundup. Not a lot of action in the leading indexes, but as day traders we must find the action and exciting moves, relevant moves. Sometimes you need to find the action or dig a little bit deeper to find it. That was the case yesterday. Let's start first, obviously, with the leading indexes, starting with the S&P 500. As you can see, it closed up 0.35%. Actually, you cannot see, but let's first see what happened intraday. So first of all, if you remember, guys, yesterday, 10 o'clock, the ISM number came in. It was the first of two important intraday news. So the result moved to the lows of the day, which were, as you can see, almost exactly 585 to the cent, almost. Okay, so the lows of the day 585.06. Then the market reversed. So we've seen it many times. This is a strong market, despite all the noises in the background. And then let's move to the other piece of news, which was exactly at 1 p.m. This is 1 p.m. here. And here the speech by Jerome Powell started. So 1 p.m. again, as opposed to a number which can create an immediate move in the market because it's a number and easy to interpret. A speech is, a speech. I don't know if it was asked if he was asked any questions. Anyway, by the time he ended the speech at 2 p.m., it managed to lift the market into the close. So that was pretty much the result of the speech. So from 1 p.m. we stopped moving lower. We started to move sideways and closed at the highs of the day, which actually is a point of strength, unless something will happen overnight. We'll discuss it, of course, later on, or actually tomorrow morning, whenever that comes. So the market closed at the highs of the day with a minor 0.3% win. If we look at the daily chart, and this is the real picture, not very impressive. This hold on a second. This messy chart now. Again, we are near the highs of the year and near all-time highs, but it's not very impressive to see this market now struggling to get out of this consolidation, either up or down. I wish it will continue higher and create a trend in the market. Right now we are stuck over the last we can call it a month here in this messy narrow range. And most important than that is that the intraday ranges are not that great, and we are heading into the let's call it lame session, where there are no earnings and maybe some people taking some vacations entering June, and I think we'll see lower volume and lower volatility, but I don't want to be guessing anything. So that's the recap of the S&P 500. Pretty much the same in the Qs, with a little more strength being that the semiconductors, and you can see the list here of the winners of the major stocks. We had MU, Robinhood, AMD, Nike, but alongside MU and AMD also Nvidia. So the big NTSM. So most of the leading or most important stocks in the semiconductor sector closed in the green, or very nice in the green. Robinhood at not at all-time highs, but approaching the highs, approaching all-time highs and at the highs of the year. And please, anybody that watched my video on Robinhood, you need to pay attention as a day trader to this stock. It's a very, very good day trading stock. Very, very good. I suggest that not trading it, but following it on a daily basis. In terms of winners and losers, which is our next topic right now, we had LYRA, that's a biotech stock, and LYRA, another biotech stock. Both of those stocks started with a huge gap up. At one point, LYRA was up 600%. That's a stock that opened in the pre-market at around 12 or 11, traded as high as 35 or 40. We'll see the numbers in a bit. Actually, the close, what I wanted to mention is the close on Friday was less than $5. So from 5, a 21 close, that's whatever it was last year, 331%. LYRA, also an amazing mover on news, both of them biotech stocks. SBT, that's the mega mover from last week, taking a beating yesterday. We'll discuss this stock too. But let's be real, those are not stocks that we normally trade, especially when both LYRA and LYRA had, as much as I know, I mean, at least on my platform that I follow, the platform that I'm following, they are not shortable. SBT not shortable as well. I'm sure that there are platforms where you can get some shorts. This is a very limited price action, if any. So I want to suggest, putting your money on shorting those high flyers. Actually, buying them is way easier, but it wasn't the case. And anybody that tried to buy LYRA yesterday, I think, ended up with a beating. If we want to look at the intraday chart, this is how it looks on a 2-minute bar. Take a look. First of all, in the first day, it was over 35, near 30, 37.50 highs of the day yesterday. So you can see this mini move in the morning, approaching highs with extreme volume, and then it goes from 35 to 25, from 37 down to 25. Bases here at 25 for about, let's say, 3 hours. But there wasn't even one reversal play worth the 10% risk that you need to take on this each trade, maybe more. I mean, you cannot trade this stock with a 1% risk. It's either 10 or sometimes more. I mean, only the spread, I was watching it from time to time, was anywhere between 50 cents, 80 cents, sometimes more, sometimes less, because it changes, but the volatility is tremendous. It's now actually closed at 20, really? Okay. It closed at 20, and I think it had some positive aftermarket price action, because you can see, at least on my platform, you can see that the chart is at 20, the close is at 20, bid and the ask are between 21.25 and 21.55. It's definitely worth watching. Be very careful, anybody that's looking for a trade here. Be prepared, because there's a lot of potential here. Will be a lot of potential on the upside. The downside is not limited. So a stock that goes from 37 to 20, that's losing 50% of its value after gaining 600% of its value. So again, it's those are not normal times. Our next analysis candidate, SBT. Let me SBT. So the sharpness of SharpLink, at one point, this is another stock that whatever happened here, and amazing things happened for SharpLink, I don't think it's the price is sustainable. I mean, the stock traded from under 10 to above 120 in 4 or 5 trading days, hurting. If anybody was short, I don't know if there were any short squeezes here, but it has very, very poor float and very, very poor liquidity. That's what creates a vortex or a storm when there is a lot of demand, and the opposite when sellers are coming in. Let me show you actually the best trade yesterday, and you can imagine where it was. Take a look at this 50 reversal play, where this 50 level, which is super clear and easy to observe round number, triggered also a lot of volume on the move higher. You can see the volume bar here, and it went from 50 to 55. So that's a 10% move in an hour. This is how this stock trades. Again, very poor liquidity. That's why it moves so fast, and the spreads are so big. The risk on this trade was, let me check out, a reasonable risk. Yeah, $3, at least $3. Again, in terms of trading those high flyers, spready stock, poor liquidity, all the negatives that we try to stay away from as day traders, on the other side of this trade, the other side of the negativity, there is amazing reward. So a lot of risk, a lot of reward. But as a day trader, you're looking for very little risk and a lot of reward. And sometimes in those stocks, you get the both of the sides of this trade are very much inflated. Let me see if I have any interesting trades to show you. Yeah, I wanted to talk about TEM. I talked about TEM during the lunch break. Take a look at one of the, I would say, one of the few exciting moves yesterday in the Nasdaq, TEM. This stock moved higher very early in the morning, and you can see this amazing, hold on a second, not the right, this amazing move in the morning session. Then that's thanks to news that the company is launching another product. Also, there was some investment from Cathy Wood in this company. So a launch of a new product. This is information technology company in the medical field. So this is a highly risky and where a lot of money is pouring in, and this company has a lot of institutional investments, including them the biggest investment houses on Wall Street. So there's a lot of backing, a lot of support for this stock, and you can see the price action. It moved yesterday 15% up. If we look at the daily chart, you can see tremendous volatility here. It is a very good suit for day traders if you're catching it on a high volume, high range day. If you don't catching it on the right day, it can be painful. But if you catch it, and there are plenty of days like this, maybe today will be a continuation play. I would suggest watching it alongside maybe Robinhood, CRWV, and Palantir, and the high flyers should be on everybody's watch list. Again, you need to see first the volumes and the number, and then look for an entry point. In this case, the 60. And again, remember again where we're talking about the super round numbers. 50, it was the reversal in SBT. 60 here was the reversal sorry, it was the breakout, not a reversal. The 60, yeah, 59 was the reversal from the VWAP, and super nice higher lows price action to the highs. And again, even if you enter that's the strength of this company. Okay, yesterday. Okay, guys, hope it was entertaining enough. I will post more about TEM tomorrow morning. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you in our next video.